Hey YouTube, it is January the 6th, 2022. Welcome to the Bubba Continuum. As I always say, my name is not Bubba, it's just the name of the channel. I wanted to follow up because the other day I put up a video in which I offered, free prayer for people. It's weird, you would think there'd be channels all over YouTube offering this because it's such an obvious thing for a Christian to do. And yet I haven't been able to find any. You can go to someone like Benny Hinn or Kenneth Copeland and give them your next month's rent or the title to your house, and they'll be happy to take it and pray for you. But it seems like there's people out there saying I had a vision, I had a dream, and nobody's offering to pray. So here we are. It's kind of hard to focus on this right now because I just had a wonderful, magnificent pizza. I make probably the world's best pizza. Of course, that's subjective. The weird thing about pizza is people tend to like whatever they grew up with. So if you grew up in, Boise and you like Boise style pizza, which may be a cracker with ketchup and Velveeta, when you're 40 years old and you're living in some other place, you'll think, boy, this isn't Boise pizza. This stuff's garbage. I grew up in the general area of North Miami, and Miami's a terrible pizza town, but there were a lot of Italians in my area. There were a lot of mob people. They liked Miami for some reason. I actually used to ride to school every day in a carpool with Nicky Catroni, who was a big mob figure. If you don't know who that is, you can look him up. And if you can't find him the first time around, type in 300-pound Nicky Catroni, because apparently he got really huge and died of a heart attack at a young age. So there was really good New York style pizza at a couple of places near me, 3 of them. The one was called, I'll tell you what they were in case you're a Miami person. God help you if you are, because it's an awful place to live. But there was one called Flora's, there was one called Marcella's, and there was another one called Mario the Baker. And Mario the Baker had some problems with roaches and so forth, and they ended up in bad odor with the health department. I don't know if they still have a place. The food was good if you didn't mind the cleanliness issue, if you didn't know about it. Sometime in 2009, I used to try to make pizza, and I tried, and I made the worst pizza. And then one day in 2009, everything just came together. I just got this idea for a recipe that I swear I think God gave it to me, and I made the best Sicilian pizza I had ever had. And then I made pizza like a week later. I got some new ideas, and it was the best pizza that I ever had. It was better than the last week. And I make phenomenal Sicilian pizza, which is thick pizza. But my thin pizza has always been pretty good, but not fantastic. Usually it's been better than what I've been able to buy near me, but still, I wanted it to be better. And I moved away from Miami. I moved to the central North Florida area, and I was not able to get the ingredients that I used in Miami without a long drive. And pizza is really ingredient specific. If you have a fantastic recipe and then you try to make it with different ingredients, it may be garbage. So I was not able to I found that the best things to use on a Sicilian pizza was a half and half combination of Costco shredded mozzarella and Gordon Food Service sliced provolone. And if you think I'm, I don't know anything about cheese, that sounds stupid maybe. You have to understand, I used to make pizzas for a big church, and I got the Grande, whatever it is. The Grande is the pizza cheese everybody loves. Everybody talks about how great it is. And they have a rep in Miami. His name is Manny Fernandez. And I actually got him to bring me like 10 pounds or 15 pounds of their cheese. And I tried all that. I tried Cisco. I tried Bel Gioioso, which is they sell to Publix and so forth. I tried everybody. And it turned out the Costco was really good. And it's strange because ordinarily part skim cheese is garbage. It's just terrible. It's amazing anyone is stupid enough to buy this stuff. Why do they make it? The whole point of mozzarella that's shredded is to make a pizza, and you can't make a good pizza with low-fat cheese. And why would you want to anyway? Milk fat's not bad for you. The thing that kills you is the flour, So almost always when you go to a grocery store and you look at shredded mozzarella, it's going to have 2 things wrong with it. It's going to be part skim, which means right away it's worthless. And on top of that, they put cellulose powder in it, which I guess is like ground sawdust or something. And it's just bad. My theory is that it forms a composite. What composite is like a material combined with some kind of fiber. Like they put iron and steel in concrete, or they put fiberglass in plastic. And I think when you put those little cellulose fibers in cheese, it turns it into a composite like fiberglass. because it turns into something like vinyl. It turns into like brown vinyl because low-fat cheese burns really quickly. And when you bite down on it, all the cheese comes right off with the first bite because you can't tear it. It's just terrible. This horrible phobia that people have of fat, which is natural and wonderful, is disturbing to me. But anyway, Costco's cheese is labeled part skim, but for some reason it cooks up really well. So I guess there's different grades of part skim cheese. Maybe Costco cheese has more fat in it than the others. So anyway, I got up here and I couldn't get the regular ingredients that I liked, and that made things even worse. So I went on this quest, and I was going to come up with a pizza that was really good that you could make with grocery store ingredients. And when I say grocery store, I don't mean just any, I don't mean like the worst grocery store on earth. If you live in a place where like they're afraid to stock Dijon mustard because they're afraid it's going to promote homosexuality and socialism, then you may not be able to find anything. But if you have just, like a Kroger or a Publix or something like that, you should be able to find the ingredients I use. I use Cento, San Marzano peeled tomatoes, and I grind them up, and I add Muir Glen, or maybe it's Glen Muir, I never can remember, organic tomato paste. Organic products are stupid. They just cost more for the same thing. But sometimes, they'll be made in a different place from a different substance. And that seems to be the case. It seems like organic tomato paste actually is made with better tomatoes. Maybe they're from California. So I fixed that, and I changed my dough ingredients and all that, and everything just lined up this week. And I have had 4 pizzas in the last 3 days. This stuff is just mind-blowing. It's so wonderful. So it's gonna be tough to stop making it. The guy who helped me learn how to make pizza, my friend Mike, he told me it's a superpower. And he said when he first got everything together and made a good pizza, he made it every day for the next 5 years. So it's tough to stop. I just sit and bask in the afterglow of how great this pizza is. So I'm sorry I put you through all that, but well, no, I'm not. You don't have to watch YouTube if you don't want to. We'll kill you. Anyway, I put up this thing and I said, we'll pray for you. And we did that. The only request we got was from a lady who calls herself Sheila. I hope it's a lady. You never know in 2022. And she wanted prayer for 2 family members named Scott and Peter. I hope that's right, because my memory's not the stuff of legend. So we prayed for them. She wanted them to be saved, wanted us to pray for her family. And I just want to put this out there in case you want to have us pray for the same thing. We'll be happy to do it. But you got to remember something. When you're praying for things that involve free will, it may be tough because God's not going to force somebody to be a Christian. He may line everything up. He may take the temptation out of their lives. He may cut their relationships with counterproductive people. But he's not going to magically turn them into Christians. They have to agree. So the word pray means ask. That's what the literal meaning of the word pray is. So when you pray to God, you're asking him. Well, you also need to pray to the person whom you want saved. Somebody needs to pray to him. Somebody needs to talk to him and give him some encouragement of some kind of testimony that'll help him out. But anyway, the people who ultimately make the decisions are the ones who get saved or don't. So you shouldn't pray, oh God, please save my husband. You said you'll do anything I ask in Jesus' name. Well, he never said, when he said anything, that's kind of, he didn't expect people to take that too literally. Obviously, he's not going to, if you pray for the sun to turn purple for a day, he's not going to do that. He's not going to override free will. Free will is so important that he created hell rather than force everybody to be saved. If you put it that way, imagine how much it hurts God to put people in hell. But he created hell anyway because it was that important for us to have free will. We had to be able to say no. So that's all I got to say. I made this video once already, and there was no sound on it. So I'm hoping there'll be sound on this one. I would hate for you to be deprived of the sound of my beautiful voice. I'm going to turn this thing off now and see what happens. If you have prayer requests, send them out. We really do pray. We're not going to call you on the phone. We're not going to do a Zoom appearance or anything like that. At least not in the foreseeable future. But we really will pray. No kidding. So I hope it helps. That's it.